Hello dear friends and viewers, we're back together on the Unlock Yourself Corner YouTube channel. And today our main topic is a question I'll confess to you all. It's the question I get asked the most, more than any other. How can we completely cure laziness? Alright, hello again, let's dive into today's core topic. How do we tackle laziness thoroughly, effectively, and most importantly, with the least amount of effort possible? Because if curing laziness is too painful or too hard, well, lazy people would have already done it, right? I totally get this struggle. So in today's talk, I promise you the solution I'm sharing will be incredibly simple. I've been my own guinea pig, testing this method myself, and I can confirm it works. And it's so easy, you won't believe it. It's just that you might not have noticed it before. Here's how this video is structured. It's split into 3 parts. The first part is my story. I'll be honest with you, I've never admitted this to anyone before, but about 5 to 7 years ago, I was a seriously lazy person. I'm confessing this for the first time. That's part 1. Part 2 ties directly into it. From being that super lazy person, one fine day by pure chance, I stumbled upon a method, also by chance, that's unbelievably simple to cure laziness. I'll reveal that method in part 2, and in part 3, after successfully applying it, I started digging deeper. I used it by accident and saw it worked, but I was skeptical, you know? So, I Googled, I read more, and I uncovered the scientific basis behind this method. That's part 3. The science, the psychology, the verified foundations of this approach. It's completely safe for you to try. So let's start with part 1, the story of a once very lazy person. About 5 to 7 years ago, I was what you could call a lazy bum. A familiar scene, sleeping until 10 or 11 in the morning, getting up, eating lunch, and then not knowing what to do with myself. I bet a lot of you can relate to this habit. Except for students who have to go to school, those of you freelancing, starting your own business, or living your own life in that ABCXYZ kind of way, well, it's so easy to lose yourself and fall into a loop like I did. Especially when you haven't achieved anything yet, when you feel like a failure, like there's nothing special about you. You do things, but it feels like you're not losing anything by not doing them, so there's just no motivation to try. Naturally, you become sluggish, stuck, and heavy. Everything you do, you hesitate, you don't see results, so you get bored fast. Sure, you make plans, you jot down this and that, but the next day, you procrastinate, you don't do it. The moment you have to start something, you feel irritated, restless, so you say, I'll do it tomorrow, and suddenly you feel relieved. Doing something feels stressful, right? But when you skip it, when you ditch it to play games, scroll on your phone, or grab a coffee, you feel so much better, like a weight's lifted. Gradually, you turn into a sluggish, certified lazy bones. At first, it feels kind of fun because you're not doing anything, but over time, you start feeling guilty. You feel like you're useless, like you're letting yourself down. Deep down, I knew I had to break this habit. If I kept going like this, my life wasn't going anywhere. But knowing that in your heart is one thing. Laziness is a tough habit to break. You feel guilty, you tell yourself to change, but the laziness, it's still there. Then one day out of the blue, I remember it was cold, probably winter, I was doing my usual thing, sleeping until 10 a.m. Cold weather makes sleeping so cozy, doesn't it? You sleep until you're so exhausted you have to get up, after snoozing the alarm a dozen times. So I got up around 10, had breakfast or something, and went back to my room. I felt like I needed to do this, that, and the other thing, but I was so bored, so unmotivated. Sitting there, wallowing in my own gloom was boring too. The internet boring, movies watch them all boring. I thought, if I keep sitting here like this, I'm done for. It was suffocating, uncomfortable. So, I grabbed my shoes and went out for a walk to the park. Just to clear my head, to feel a bit better, because staying cooped up in my room, glued to the computer or the internet was driving me nuts. Can you picture that kind of life? I bet you can relate, right? Sitting in one spot doing nothing, but when you try to do something it feels overwhelming because you're lazy. So I headed to the park. On the way, I walked slowly, taking my time. It was chilly, but it felt nice. When I got to the park it was wide open, so I kept walking, enjoying the trees and the greenery. After about half an hour something happened. My body started releasing some kind of chemical, I can't explain it exactly, but I felt so good. After walking for 30 minutes I was like, why do I feel this great? It was so refreshing. I thought, if I could feel like this while working, if I could feel this energized, this excited, I'd tackle every task like it's nothing. I felt so optimistic. That evening I reflected and realized that when you move, when you walk or jog, your body releases something that makes you feel upbeat, positive, and full of life. That's the trick, like a lever you pull to get things done. From that day on, before starting any task, I'd go for a walk. I'd carry a small notebook and a pen, that's it. On days when I needed my laptop, I'll explain how I handled that in a bit. I'd keep in mind what I needed to do, post something, write an article, edit photos, whatever, but I wouldn't force myself to do it right away because forcing myself never worked before. So, I'd go for a walk. I'd plan my route so that after about 30 minutes I'd end up at a coffee shop. Why? Because that's when my body starts releasing that feel-good stuff I was talking about, that rush. When I felt that buzz, I'd pop into a coffee shop, sit down for about 15 minutes, order a drink I love, and let me tell you, it was perfect. I was in such a great mood, so energized. Then I'd start working, and sorry for the brag, but I went from being a total sloth to cranking out a ton of work, and it was insanely effective. It's like I was using my emotions as a tool. It's like a lever. Normally your strength might only shoot an arrow 20 meters, but with a bow, with leverage, you can shoot it hundreds of meters. That's what those chemicals, those feelings, did for me. I didn't know what they were at the time, I just knew they worked. I'd sit there sometimes for 2 hours, completely immersed, loving the work, and I'd get things done fast. Of course, afterward I wouldn't walk back, I'd be too tired, and in the afternoon I might slip back into laziness. But over time I got used to it. I started feeling like my days were productive, like I wasn't that useless after all. On days when I needed my laptop, I'd plan my walk so that after 30 minutes I'd loop back home. By then, I'd be buzzing with energy because I know my body. For me, a light 30-minute walk or jog does the trick. I feel pumped right away. So, I'd get home, tidy up a bit, grab some water, and start working on my laptop. I don't recommend lugging your laptop while walking. It stops being enjoyable and feels like a military march. So this method works for most people with normal health. No illnesses or conditions, you know? It's almost guaranteed to work depending on your body. For someone like me, not exactly an athlete, a simple walk does the trick. But for others who are fitter, you might need to jog to feel that rush. It's really about knowing your body. Whether walking or running works best for you. For healthy people, this will almost certainly make you feel good, no matter how stressed you are. It's basic biology, not something we made up. Your body just reacts this way when you move. If you're sick though, skip it. Your body's too weak for it to work. And hey, if you live in the countryside, you're in luck. Walking by streams or through forests is so relaxing. But in big cities or suburbs, hit up a park during cooler times like morning or evening. Or try a gym. You don't have to lift weights, just walk or jog on a treadmill. The music and energy of others working out can really amplify that buzz. In a gym, you can bring your laptop, leave it at the front desk, work out, then grab it and head to a coffee shop to work. It's a smooth system. And honestly, it's so easy. Walking or jogging is simple. One last tip: invest in a decent pair of shoes. Walking for 30 minutes or more can wear out cheap ones, and you definitely don't want foot pain to ruin the experience. Just make sure it's an enjoyable, pain-free process, and you'll love the results. So, there you have it, the story of how I went from being a lazybones to a productive person, all thanks to a simple, accidental discovery. Now let's move to part 3, the science behind why it works. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next Saturday at 7 p.m. on the Unlock Yourself Corner YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more awesome videos. If you found this helpful and want more engaging content, just drop a 1 in the comments. Got a topic you want me to cover? Leave a comment, and I'll do my best to make a video tailored to your request. Share this video and let's grow better together every day. Before we dive into the science of this method, let me quickly recap the approach I shared in part 2 so it's fresh in your mind. You might be watching this on your phone while chatting on Facebook or eating dinner, so I don't want you to miss it. The method is simple and was discovered by accident. Before starting any task, go for a walk. Avoid walking when you're too full or sick. It won't work as well and could even backfire. Pick a cool, pleasant time of day or hit the gym to walk. Depending on your body, either walk or jog until you start feeling that high, that rush. For me, it takes about 30 minutes. For you, it might be 15 or even 40 minutes. Everyone's different. Once you feel that buzz, just ease off slowly and head to a nice spot, like say a cozy, air-conditioned coffee shop with your favorite drink, or you can just go back home to work. Trust me, your productivity will skyrocket. Day after day, working in this upbeat state really builds your resilience, and eventually, you might not even need the walk to get that high. It just becomes a part of you. Say goodbye to laziness, procrastination, and stagnation. Now the science, why does walking or jogging make you feel so good? When you see someone happy, you might think, oh, something great must have happened to them. But scientifically, happiness comes from your body releasing chemicals like oxytocin, endorphins, adrenaline, or serotonin. These are the feel-good chemicals that make you feel positive, energized, and alive. The cool part? When you walk, jog, or move, your body pumps out these chemicals in droves. It's a beautiful coincidence. We're leveraging your body's natural biology to spark that upbeat, productive mindset. At the time I discovered this, I didn't know the science, I just knew it worked. Later I learned this isn't new. Others have known about it forever, I just stumbled upon it. Plus, when you move, your body gets more blood and oxygen flowing, which boosts you even more. A study from the University of Georgia found that when you're stressed or tired, moving your body, walking or jogging, has 3 times the benefits of just resting. Isn't that wild? It's like a domino effect. You move, you feel great, and a cascade of benefits pours in, lifting your mental state to new heights. You can crush any task in that moment. This simple method, born from my own experience, is backed by science. I hope this talk inspires you to ditch laziness, procrastination, and stagnation for good. The solution is easy, and the science is solid. I wish you the persistence to transform into a whole new person after this. See you next video on the Unlock Yourself Corner YouTube channel. Subscribe so you don't miss out on more exciting videos. If this was helpful and you want more engaging content, drop a 1 in the comments. Got a topic in mind? Leave a comment and I'll try to make a video just for you. Share this, and let's keep improving together every day.